Welcome to MyLITV. From Manhasset to Montauk, we've traveled our communities to bring you the following events. I'm your host, Waldo Cabrera. MyLITV starts now.
The idea of this dress is it's like kind of like a mad kind of thing. It's closed, you see one thing, and when you open it, you see the entire image. Last year, I was in an exhibition, and it's called Art Basel, which is a big art exhibit in Miami. So I had made a men's jacket. It's a kind of way to promote the painting. And what I found was that people were reacting to it in a totally different way than they were reacting to painting. People saw the clothing as something else, something that they could wear themselves, something that related to their lives in a different way than something that was on the wall and it was distant. So what I started doing is I started going to many of these different art fairs, and everywhere I'd go I'd wear the jacket. And I was getting the same response. People say, oh, can I try on the jacket? Oh, it's art clothing. They understood clothing in a different context. Art became something that became tangible to their personal experience. My original thing, I tried acrylic. But the acrylics, when you heat set them, the color faded and I wasn't happy with them. This keeps the color, so I've been happy with this. I try to have like a blank consciousness when I start to draw. I don't want to have an intention. Like, I'm not necessarily going to illustrate a certain thing or I'm going to paint a landscape on a particular day. What I do is I start with a blank canvas or a blank piece of fabric, and I just start drawing shapes. I do it directly on the canvas without thinking about it to express kind of what's in my subconscious or what I'm really feeling at that moment. And then I look at the space between the spaces, and it's just kind of a feeling. There really isn't any kind of set rule. Observing that this was the first thing I drew, so my idea is like maybe I'll do something symmetrical and have it join in the middle. In the art world, there are these art fairs that happen in different cities, and basically it's an opportunity for artists to meet, to show through galleries and meet different people that are interested in the arts. There was a thing called the Select Art Fair in New York, which was held in an old gallery space in Chelsea. And what I did was I had 2 or 3 paintings in the exhibition, and I had about 8 of my friends walking around in the art clothing. And they would walk around the entire space of the gallery as a kind of like performance art kind of piece. I would let people try the clothing on. Yes, it kind of changes the dynamic of how people are interfacing with kind of the imagery that I'm creating. That's what I want for my artwork. I want it to be something that has a social component. It just doesn't just sit on a wall and, you know, basically in my house. I also do printed pieces. These are all hand one-of-a-kind pieces, but the printed pieces, t-shirts and things like that, I've been sharing with my friends, and they've been wearing them just on a day-to-day basis.
How long do they usually take you? It looks like...
Usually takes about 3 weeks or so per piece. I live in Huntington Station. I'm happy to have people come over and do a studio visit and look at paintings and get a tour of the house. My whole house has got my artwork everywhere. And I'd be happy to have people come by if they want to stop by and check it out.